tried to predict how many games we were going to win in a season.
I want them to win. I want them to be competitive.
I just take it a game at a time.
And not letting my emotions dictate, how the season's going to go.
It takes a lot of conditioning. It takes a lot of effort.
Taking it day by day.
I want to work hard for a common goal.
Championship of the Pac-West.
It all boils down to what seed you're going to end up in.
I would say we did get ahead of ourselves.
How to deal with that adversity.
I felt a disconnection with the team.
It's just be able to focus on every play.
It's all so worth it in the end.
Play basketball.
I felt like I let my team down with that shot. For the first time in my life, I questioned God.
Welcome to Chase Gymnasium, home of the Eagles. Game number 2 of day 2 of this series between the Warriors and the Eagles. Jake Macias, Jeff Wilson on the call. High-intensity games so far. 3-3 now on the season, winning 87-69. Dominant yesterday. This team is working really well right now. They're looking like that high-intensity team that I was talking about yesterday. Here come the Eagles. Sparza, tough finish, got it.
On brand for Esparza. He loves that floater. He practiced that thing a lot.
Nate Medina red hot already with 8 points. Medina outside, open look. Yes.
He is ecstatic early.
If you're just joining us, 6-point game. Esparza floater. Yes. No doubt about it.
Timeout called.
It's that bread and butter for Esparza that we've been talking about. And the Eagles just continuing that run up 6.
We're to play a team 2 days in a row, like we played 2 consecutive nights. And when you play against your former assistant, that's real different too.
Step back 3, got it.
In that second game, I definitely remember, coming out on a back-to-back, it's tough to beat a team, same team 2 days in a row.
At this point, we really needed these wins. Honestly, they were a little bit like trap games. Sagu, they were super competitive.
Lane, tough finish, gets it to go.
Max got a hedge on that, coach. Ball is on a string for the Warriors right now.
White loses it. Here come the Warriors. Wilkerson, good finish.
Now just Myjai White just trying to do too much there, directing traffic.
So a little run here for the Warriors, trying to make it bigger than what it is.
Second game, it was a lot more competitive. I feel like they came out to actually play. I feel like we kind of were in the mood like, oh, we got this in the bag, but we still got to compete. And it got pretty close at one point.
Eagles now have a chance to extend the lead. Ricky pass gets it through. Medina's floater's good.
That's the guy who has to stay hot right there. Nathan Medina staying on a hot streak. I expect him to continue it in this game today.
Apple. Wow. A magician.
Those were good games, and really for Casey, the second time we played him, he had 17 and 10.
Capo wants his. Got it.
When Capo finds his groove, he's money.
Sparza dribbling through, 3 to shoot. Capo from the corner. Got it.
Just the true athleticism of 24, like I said. He's got a top 3 jumper on this team. He can nail some shots. I don't know why he's not taking more of those.
We got ourselves a close game. 7-point game, 8 minutes to go.
Tough game. It came down to late in the second half before we pulled away a little bit.
Esparza finds White in the corner. Mid-range shot. Rolls in. Jay White wide. Open. Yes. Eagles finding their rhythm offensively.
And I think the way that we did it really showed some maturity, but we were just all finding our role and doing our job.
Finally seeing the true potential of Myjai White. I think that 13 for White.
More importantly, we got to see guys in that secondary unit come into their own. That was when I think Ty started to play a lot more.
Tillman doubled up, fouled, and one. Count.
Garrison was starting to get trusted.
I think I bring a lot of intensity and a lot of defense to the team. I'm not trying to be like Nate Medina or Casey out there and just put up 20 when I get in. I'm really just trying to be the best defender I can, do all the little things to help out the team because I know that's my main role right now.
It was no longer just the starting 5 and one guy coming off the bench. It was a solid group of 8, 9 guys. It was more of a team effort.
Here comes Medina.
Yes. Get up there, young blood.
If you look at our team, no one player stands out above the other player. We have different pieces that all contribute.
2 for 2 in 2 days against the Warriors.
Another great game from Casey Capo. He got a double-double with 10 rebounds, 17 points. Eagles officially killed the lights. They go undefeated against the Warriors here at home.
79-68 final for day number 2 here in La Mirada?
Those games were dangerous, and I was happy to get through those games going 2-0.
Eagles get the W. Jeff Wilson and Jake Macias on the call. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been fun.
Okay, all right, nice job. We're gonna treat you to a cafeteria meal because of that. All right? You guys did good. We rarely over the years played the same team 2 nights in a row. All right, it's stuff to do. We knew they were going to be more determined, and you met that challenge. So good job. We got a week now before we open the conference. All right, Concordia then starts a week from tonight. A week from tonight. So we'll start talking about that tomorrow. But good job last night. Good job tonight. All right, let's pray. First, Mike, can you pray?
Dear God, just give you the glory for this win. Thank you that the guys played hard, and Lord, I pray that we continue to get better. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
I wasn't in here, coach. You say no practice tomorrow?
What? Whoa. We need to practice, bro. We're 4-3. Soft. Hey, family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family.
But definitely, like, I felt a disconnection with the team. Not being able to be on the court with them. I got to be on the sideline just watching. You know, I can't experience what they're experiencing, and they can't experience what I'm experiencing.
Biola trying to become first in the Pac-West.
It has definitely been a long time since the team has had this much star power.
Uploader gets to go.
Pressure this team is under.
It's expected to win.
Obviously, the spotlight is on you. It's just the big stage.
Conference play is big because Biola has been at that 4-3 position for a little bit in the past. Like, they know they're only about 1 game above 500, but when it gets down to conference, I feel like Pac-West play is some of the most competitive in all of Division II.
Every team is tough. There's no gimme games. So that makes it harder than ever to compete with any team.
Everyone's fighting for the national tournament. You can't skip steps in the process.
This guy, weak side, you are the most important part of the defense right here.
It all boils down to what seed you're going to end up in the tournament. I mean, top 6 make it into the conference tournament. Everybody wants to be in those top 6. Losing conference games is huge, especially if it's to someone that's a higher seed than you. So you want to make sure you capitalize on all those big wins and really dial in and be ready to play in big games.
The energy is just a little bit different. You know, you kind of walk in and there's more tension for sure because you see these guys, you know, 2 times a year, every year. You want to prove to the conference that you're that top dog and go at these guys right away.
So this was a big game for Biola going into Concordia Urban.
Concordia has been a really good program.
Consistency of winning, great coach.
It has been very bipolar. Looking back at it, from a span of 2015 to 2020, they lost, I think, 6 to 8 games in a row. And then from 2020 to 2023, they won 11 straight. So it was a very dominant back and forth type of rivalry that they can get into, but it was mostly Biola being dominant for the past 3 years.
I actually had some history with Concordia. I actually verbally committed there to go there, so I was keen on actually joining their program back as a senior in high school. Things didn't work out. They went with a different guy, and the message was then relayed over to me and my family, and then the very next day I committed to Biola. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be here. So just playing them and playing him, because we matched up a couple of times throughout the game. I played him in high school as well, showing him that he couldn't guard me in high school, couldn't guard me in college. Not much has changed over the past 3 years, so I'm happy that we beat him a lot of the times I've played him.
My name is Maximo Milovic. My position is the center here. I'm a senior, I'm a political science major, and I'm just grateful to be here. We don't really have colleges that offer sports in Argentina, we just have professional teams. So I always dreamed to come to the United States and play basketball here and also have the opportunity to study.
Max has been here 4 years, and he is so respectful and hardworking and team-oriented. One of the best rebounders in the whole country.
Milovic shoes up, who's absolutely incredible on the glass. Corner three, no good. Rebound Milovic. Milovic, great rebound. Snatch on the air. Milovic with a grown man rebound. Milovic and one. Grown man fucking Maximo Milovic. Bingo, bango, bongo. Milovic.
He's real serious about wanting to win games and get better and support his teammates. He's a little bit hard on himself sometimes.
Milovic down low, teardrop, no good. Milovic has a chance to convert on the and one, get it to go.
Which is not a bad quality. Sometimes I wish a couple other players had that I've coached.
I want to come into the court and feel that I empty myself to a point that winning or losing or playing good or playing bad, I gave all that I have to give.
Oh, lots of physicality down low. Milovic is down. That did not look pretty at all.
Just be able to play. Don't say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Great rebound again by Milovic.
It's just be able to focus on every play.
Has him all alone, yeah!
And just play basketball.
Max has been really a great addition to our program. He's been a lot of fun for me to coach.
And now that I spent 4 years here, I'm grateful for basketball and the academics, but something that I really take the most of here is the relationships that I built. It's special, and you can only have those things in type of communities like Biola, so I'm very happy that I am here. My first 3 years here, I didn't meet any Argentinians. Coach Holmquist started talking about if I knew this Argentinian guy named Facundo Aranda. I said, no, coach, but let me see. I was with my little bro, Daniel Esparza, and like we knew that he was tough, right from that video that we seen. He was going to be a great part of our team next year.
Rompió Aranda, doble, la justo planta Aranda, resbaló Dotori, aprovechó Aranda, doble del Mendoza de 9 para Liniers, plantó Aranda, doble, Cino doble, Aranda doble, todos Aranda, elegante, Aranda.
My name is Facundo Aranda, and I'm the point guard of Biola basketball. I'm a freshman, and I'm from Mendoza, Argentina. I live in Mendoza, by the mountains. It's a good spot to go visit. Yeah, I'm proud to be an Argentinian.
Yeah, Fac was my boy. Fac was my boy for sure. It was a little crazy that he said that Scotty introduced him to the school. I mean, really?
Well, Scotty's awesome. He was the first guy that I met here when I came.
Like, I was the first guy who he met here.
He was the first guy that I met. No, Scotty. That's my fault. That's my fault, Max.
I mean, it's okay. He's my boy. I love him. Having him here, it's been so much fun because we share a lot of cultural things.
In Argentina, if we greet someone we just met, like give a kiss in the cheek. You guys don't do that here. It had been the first time that I came to the US actually, and I just wanted to like say hi to someone to like greet in the cheek, and he said, "Yo, chill." Like we don't do that here. So that was one of the first things that was like kind of weird.
Aranda for three. Bang!
Facundo has played more as the season went on. It just took me a little while to get to know him and how he plays. And he had to adjust a little bit to our style and defense and what we were trying to do. And he's done a really good job of that. He's tough and he's scrappy. He gets after it, I mean, both on offense and defense.
The community here at Biola are pretty good too. They're pretty kind with me and with the foreign people.
There were not many South Americans, like from Brazil or Argentina or Uruguay. It is great to have something that I can relate in that way.
It's like a big brother for me. I really like him. He's a good guy to be around. So I feel more like confidence coming here, having him in the team.
Sonora's just like, they're very underrated. They got some young guards that are good. My brother does play, yeah. He's a senior last year. We got the old rivalry here. Me and Eric, you know, we used to go at it back in high school.
Sonora's like home to me as well, man. You know, that school, so many good memories there. One of the best times of my life for sure. Just getting to play all 4 years on varsity. It's something special and I'll never take for granted, you know.
That's the right call, Ref!
His brother is number 4, right?
Shout out Ricky. That's my little bro, yeah.
And also just seeing my little brother play there, you know, and I'm super proud of my little brother for sure. Just so talented in everything he does, man. My other little brothers too, like Ty Holmquist.
Well, I get more nervous watching my son play than at my own games, I've found this year. Sometimes I want to correct my son about basketball the way I would a player, and I can't do that. And I think maybe his best friend is Ricky, Daniel's younger brother.
It's been really cool to have amazing coaches in my life, like Coach Holmquist, who put their trust and faith in me.
Watching him play, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I've been watching him play since he was a little kid, but it gets more competitive when you get to high school. There are times I want to say things about basketball, you could do this or that, but I try to resist. I'm his dad, and I need to be his dad and not his coach and let other people coach him. If he asks me about something, then of course I'll share it, but I try not to put any pressure on him or push him that way. Now when it comes to schoolwork, I'm a little different. I do put some pressure on him there, but with the basketball, I want him to enjoy it without his dad looking over his shoulder.
Casey, man, you know, Casey Porter Jr., you know what I'm saying? He's getting his shots up for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, Casey is everything to our team. This summer, he put in so much work. He came back being a leader, a huge leader on our team, just showing us that we all need to work just as hard as him.
And he's very consistent about working hard on the court in the classroom.
He really put a lot of work in the offseason, working hard, and he's always getting shots up outside of practice, so we're definitely confident in the shots that he takes.
He is in the gym faithfully, and when he's in the gym, he doesn't waste reps.
He's in the gym every day, getting thousands of shots up.
His first year here to this second year, he made great strides. He was a good player for us last year, but he's been a much better player for us this year.
Casey, you know, he's an interesting dude. Like, he's hard to read. And like, when you coach him, you get mad at him. You kind of expect him to mouth off a little bit, but he's like a big, like, yes, coach.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just very serious. A lot of people tell me I'm a hard guy to read, so I don't always express my thoughts. Sometimes quiet, sometimes really energetic. So definitely agree with EJ's take on me being hard to read.
He doesn't like to talk trash a lot, but he'll say a couple words to you.
He's not perfect. Like, if he does mouth off or something, you know, he has a soft enough heart. Like, he really feels like the Lord's conviction. He'll come back the next day and apologize.
I try to honor Christ everywhere I go, whether that's on or off the basketball court. And a lot of times it's a really competitive environment. And sometimes you say things you wish you wouldn't have said. And sometimes you don't respond to criticism the way you wish you would have responded to it.
I forget what game it was. We like took him out the game. He ran off the court. He was mouthing off. He like ran by me and said something, and then like followed him, talked to him, dropped it. The next day he was like, "Coach, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that." And for me, that just like, I gained a lot of respect for him right there, because it takes a lot of humility to do that. And you know what? Like, humility is contagious.
A lot of times when I look back on things I do on the basketball court, and I'm like, man, like, I look like a fool. But it's just part of growing in my faith every single day, trying to worship God through basketball.
His fadeaway jumper. That's something I'm trying to get from him.
Apo baseline mid-range, good.
Jake and I call that nice fadeaway the bread and butter, because he loves that shot. I bet he practices that shot 150 times a day.
Oh yeah, that little baseline fade. I mean, he's got it down pat.
Apo working on Koskoviak. all alone, fade, yes.
And that's Capo's shot. If there's any shot on the floor for him, he loves that turnaround baseline jumper.
I don't know how he makes half of his shots from that, but it's butter really. That's his move.
That jumper, no one really shoots like fadeaway jumpers like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's caught a lot of teams off guard. They don't know how to guard it.
It's money. I mean, it's hard to guard. To fade away, he has a high release point.
It's not just that shot. He's got very good post moves, so sometimes I like him to stay a little closer to the basket and use a few of those moves too.
As a coach, I wish he would mix it up a little more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mix your game up a little bit. Shoot more threes. Yes, Casey needs to shoot more threes. Casey is shooting 48% from three. I've never met somebody who's shooting 48% from three and is hesitant to shoot. That's crazy.
Casey is just so excited about being a Christian. He changed to being a Bible major this year.
So Lord, please help us to engage with you and with one another this beautiful Thursday morning. And I pray that we would have engaged bodies, souls, and minds, and that we would learn all you have for us about what it means to be made by you, in your image, for you. And we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
People ask me who my favorite professor is at Biola. You know, there's so many great professors, but Professor Tanis, Dr. Tanis is definitely one of the favorite teachers that I've ever had in my entire life. Just the enthusiasm he brings, you can tell he really cares about what he's teaching. He's not just doing it as a job, he's doing it because it's his calling.
And that's got to be grounded in realizing who we are, being satisfied in who he is and who he's made us to be, and living for what he's fundamentally created us for.
One of the top Christian scholars in the world, just being able to learn under him and talk to him has been incredible, and definitely one of my favorite classes that I've taken so far at Biola.
Huh?
Matthew 6.
Do kill the beef. I haven't read it, dang it. Hey, Mike. It's okay. Mike, it's better. We'll work on it.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? Like, they said Jesus is Lord, they prophesied, they cast out demons, and they did mighty works. Be it when they come face to face with God on Judgment Day, Jesus will still say, I never knew you. Why is that?
Like, good works. They didn't even know, like, they didn't do the will of the Father who's in heaven. So we started our Bible study the first week of school in this fall semester, and I just felt like we were kind of lacking fellowship as a team last year. So we started that to just increase our fellowship and just help us grow spiritually, to make sure we're focused on what's most important in life. And it's been a blessing. We had several guys get baptized this year.
It was a big thing in my life that I needed to go to, because I got baptized this past year.
I think it's super cool that Casey, you know, and other guys like Jaden and Jonah, you know, they take lead at these Bible studies, and having us all there is not only better to build us as a team, but just become better men in Christ for sure, because that's why we're here.
Last year, you know, we didn't really ever have a Bible study, I don't think, one time. And this year, we were like, we got to change that. We got to make sure, like, the people around us, like, are saved. We got to make sure everybody around us are lights.
Like, God, just give you all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We're going to pray together, open up together within the body of Christ as needed. Just able to do that is just a blessing.
Jonah was hurt the second half of last season, so he missed the second half. And then the first day back to school this year, he had a serious injury with his knee, and so he's been out the whole season.
So the day leading up to the injury, the day before we all moved in, and then the next day was a Thursday. And I was reading scripture. I was in, I think, like Genesis 14. And then I saw that we had a text in the chat like, hey, let's all just go pick up in the gym.
It was that very first time we all got on campus and we're excited to hoop together. I mean, we were like, all right, let's run it tonight. We're all back. Let's play some pickup.
So, you know, I get the ball, I'm going up, I do a little push cross, and then the guy's on my hip, so I go to bump the guy. And as I go to bump the guy, my foot just stays on the ground. And literally, I felt like the inside of my knee just go. And like, I heard the pop, and I didn't see nothing. Like, my eyes just went black. It went black for like a minute straight. Like, I didn't see nothing.
Unfortunately, he planted wrong and pretty much blew out his whole knee.
And so then I'm just in shock. Like, no way this just happened. There's just no way.
Yeah, Jonah's my boy. When I saw him get hurt, I was like, wow, like we were just playing open gym and that happened. It really just sucked. I felt bad for him, really bad.
It was honestly heartbreaking. We all knew how hard Jonah had worked because last year he was battling with injuries. So we knew how hard he had worked over the summer to really get back to full speed and to the full swing of things. And he was looking good before the injury. And to see that go down was honestly heartbreaking.
But yeah, that's how it went down.
That's so funny, bro. I looked at you during the timeout and you were laughing. No, I know. I was like, not to laugh. Ah, time to wake up. Ooh. Shit. I jammed my finger. Ah, that's so stupid.
Yeah, definitely a bond. Definitely a bond has formed.
What?
Yeah, man, I love Jonah. Jonah's like an older brother to me.
I put like straight there. I put heck cut in. I was like,
Very thankful he's my roommate. That dude helped me get off the bed, helped a brother shower, helped a brother go to the bathroom.
Thanks, brother.
It didn't matter if it was 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. I'd have to go to the bathroom and be like, Nate, I gotta go to the bathroom, bro. No hesitation, came up, helped me get my leg down, helped grab my crutches, helped open the doors, open stall, whatever it was.
Thanks, Nate, for letting me use your stuff. I'll try this out today.
Truly just humbled himself. Instead of like, oh, bro, I don't want to help you. Like, bro, this is gross. Like, nah, he stepped up for sure.
And the reason why I roomed with him this year was to kind of learn from him because I think he's a really good shooter, really good player himself. So just kind of learning from him, a guy who's older than me, what it takes to be a professional every single day in the classroom, in your faith and on the court, someone that I really respect.
I'm just so thankful for having Nate. Just sacrificing his sleep, sacrificing his time, sacrificing getting in the gym sometimes, which, sorry, Nate, I know you love the gym. I'll get your rebounds, dog. Once I can move, I'll get your rebounds. So yeah, that's my relationship with Nate. Forever in debt, 100%.
I think he's shown great character, and injuries are the saddest part of sports. Until people go through it and have to sit out a season, they don't really know. And I've watched a lot of guys go through difficult rehab over the years and have to miss the games, and when they can show the kind of character that Jonah has shown, I think it's just really admirable.
Got to go about 2 times a week off campus. The beginning was really tough because I couldn't really do anything, and I had to wait 2 months to get surgery. Then after surgery, it was kind of even worse.
We're now in the building phase. We had to get you out of pain. You were stuck in a pain cycle for too long.
Yeah.
So that's what delayed it.
So every time he comes in, I work on him first. We do manual therapy, so I do like soft tissue mobilization, joint mobilizations, making sure his range of motion is exactly where we need it. So that way he is set up for success in exercises.
I have 3 more.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Dang, what the heck?
Do you have one more set or are you done?
Yeah, 1 more set of everything.
Okay. Why don't you keep that weight on your
Hip thrust?
huh?
Okay. Yeah, 1 more.
So definitely thinking about athletes in general, that's kind of their identity. The sport that they've been doing for, since they were 3, 4, 5 years old. So when they endure a season-ending injury, this can take away kind of who they are, and they feel very lost at first.
But definitely, I felt a disconnection with the team, not being able to go to some practices because I got to go to PT.
They lose their social life in ways as well. They're no longer maybe attending practices. They're no longer traveling with the team.
Not being able to be on the court with them, I got to be on the sideline just watching. I can't experience what they're experiencing and they can't experience what I'm experiencing.
Okay, so you're just gonna hold. Don't let me push you down. Hold it in this position right here. Hold, 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 hold. Hold, hold, hold.
And so sometimes I do wish that they understood what I was going through, but at the end of the day, I would never wish this on anybody due to the fact of what it does to your mental health, as long as with your physical health. Depending on how strong you are with your faith, it can mess with your spiritual health as well. Like, I never questioned God, like, why does this happen? Why do bad things happen? Like, I never really questioned God, but for the first time in my life, I questioned God. It was just like a why. Like, why did this happen? Like, normally I don't do this, but like, why did this happen, Lord? Like, I don't understand.
It's still a question of, God, where are you? And what are you doing? Why is this happening?
I thought I was gonna have a great year. I really wanted to like bond with these guys. I really wanted to go out and minister, but unfortunately, like, walking got taken away from me. And I was up a lot of nights just like, why? Just like trying to find an answer and just not getting one. Yeah, I would say November, December, and like halfway of January, I was pretty depressed. I don't really like throwing that word around because I know like people who go through depression and like have those thoughts. Yeah, those thoughts kind of came around, which I didn't really want to see anybody at the time. I wasn't in the Word as much, up late at night a lot. Just like, what am I doing here? Like, what's my purpose here? But it has definitely made me rely on the Lord the most, which I am thankful for. And He showed me how weak I am with my own strength. And I promise you, out of nowhere, He will give you a peace that makes no sense. Pretty crazy how one day you're feeling this way, and out of nowhere you're feeling like you found joy again. And that couldn't have come from any worldly thing. It was honestly indescribable that I still can't get my head around. Like, how did that happen? And it was truly a spiritual thing that Jesus laid upon me, which I'm forever thankful for.
My goal is for him just to be the basketball player he was before injury, and even better.
Hold. Relax.
He's just been a huge influential person to all of us, just because it's crazy to watch him go through such adversity and then also just trust God fully in that process.
You know, to be able to always have such a good attitude when things aren't going your way, that shows a lot about, you know, your character. It's definitely inspirational. I've learned a lot through him, especially, you know, just with my faith as well, just having to go through a tough time. I can definitely relate to him not being able to play a lot. He's just been so great and being a leader, leading by example.
I really just try to encourage them.
Good box out, Nate!
You know, obviously they see what I'm doing. Couldn't walk for a long time. Still can't play. Won't be able to play until next season.
Rejected by Tillman.
Where to run, guys? Where to run?
So hopefully, like, them seeing that, still me showing up to practice, you know, encourages them to see, like, okay, like, he's still with us.
White, wide open, lets it fly, and hits it.
Which will always be there. I'll always be there for him, no matter what it is.
Leading up for conference, you know, we always practice hard, but we're definitely, you know, locking in a little bit more day by day.
We do a lot of different ball handling drills. Try to get a lot of shots up.
If you make a mistake on defense, coaches are going to be really on you because the stakes are just a little bit higher.
Every other day we get a great workout in. Legs, chest, upper body, all of it.
It's really a daily grind, but you learn to love it because you love the game so much. It's all so worth it in the end.
Guys need extra reps. Extra reps. That helps with their confidence to just know you go into a game, you know that you've put the work in.
We needed to go strong into conference. So going to the film room, we just have a lot of focus on players, what they're gonna run, what they're gonna do.
We all just need to make sure we understand the assignments of each player.
How can we see how they defend and how can we counter that?
With Sanders, we do not want to go underneath these ball screens.
Just learning and constantly seeing what your opponent's habits are, what yours are really important. It's something that I've picked up recently.
This team has a good work ethic. The coaches or players called gym rats. We have a number of those.
I know how much blood, sweat, and tears go into this game that they love.
It's only when everybody in the team figures out what their role and their contribution is, you humble yourself and you buy in and then you do it, then the team accomplishes more than individuals.
I would say basketball alone takes a good 8 hours of the day. Practice, film, weights, have meetings with coaches and individuals, and then working out by yourself. I mean, it is a grind.
You know, every game of conference is a big deal, and we take every game personally. We came in prepared that week. We locked in, we were ready to go, and we came in with a lot of energy.
Baby, on 3, 1, 2, 3.
This is the league season. This is the opener. Isn't it worth some extra effort? All right? Isn't it worth doing something more than we've done? All right? We've got a couple guys that have kind of emerged. I think Facundo is getting better every week. I think every week he's getting better.
It felt pretty good. I kind of needed it at that time because we were practicing so hard. I knew at that time that I had what I have to do and to bring to the court. The coach wants me to bring energy, defense.
He has a really good attitude. He wants to get better. He's been a really nice part of this season for us. And I think Garrison's doing a really nice job, all right? He gives us some defensive size and rebounding. And
I knew that if I could separate myself and really just be that guy that they could rely on to go out there and just give 100% effort, fly around, and do all the little things, that would slowly start getting me more minutes.
I just think we're a team, as good as we are right now, I think we got a whole nother level we could get to here real soon.
Leading up to the Concordia game, I was really just on Nate just to stay locked in. Like, put aside everything else, just do what you got to do.
Going into that game, they had played well coming in. Like, they had got some new guys, some new firepower. So by no means were we thinking that it was going to be an easy game.
I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous at the beginning. First conference game, a big crowd, my first college game, like official college game. So yeah, I was kind of nervous at the beginning.
They knew it was the first league game we talked about. We want to get off to a good start. It'll be real important. It's a home game, and so we want to get this one.
Let's go. Ray Allen closeouts with him. All right, Ray Allen. Number 2, Gleason. Nate, you're starting on him. Lefty.
My mindset was that I was gonna just try to be as dominant as I could. But as a team, I think we went in there thinking that it was going to be a pretty easy game because they haven't beat us in I don't know how long.
We had beaten Concordia 10 or 11 times in a row. I think we came in a little too overconfident.
We came in ready to play, but also with the mindset that we knew that we were going to beat them.
Going to Concordia, I just felt the same way I felt the game before Sagu. Like, I have to do what I need to do to help the team.
Okay, first league game, but it's like every other game, all right? It doesn't change much. Every other game is the same. You want to play real hard and get up for a different player.
Like this, we have to get this done this year, and it starts tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go.
I remember Danny going up and asking Coach, like, hey, can we get 5 minutes alone as a team to really just dial in?
Why you look tired, bro? Why you look tired?
Before the game, we really needed to hype each other up, get hyped up, so we just blast the music, good vibes.
Obviously going to a big game, first conference game of the season. It's like, this is about y'all. Like, I'm here for y'all, I'm gonna root for y'all, and just give the guys 100% of what I can give them.
All right, let's get this thing called conference play underway. It's gonna be business as usual for the Eagles. So many names standing out as they're playing great basketball right now. Let's just talk about that. Who stands out to you?
Yeah, it's gotta be Nate Medina, leading scorer for the Eagles. He's the man to watch.
He is the man to watch. Really enjoyed the way that they're playing as a team.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're playing really well. They're on a hot streak right now. The chemistry's there, the confidence is there. Let's see if that translates in this game.
We knew that game was going to be huge, and we had a lot of fans coming out. It makes the game so much more intense because you know that everybody's watching.
It's a blackout here at Chase Gymnasium. We're wearing black, and hopefully you're wearing black, and here we go. Biola wins the tip. Esparza taking it down.
He definitely came out strong. I was super proud of bro for doing that.
Medina. How about it? Nothing but nets.
They've been knowing that Nate could do this, and his scoring streak was amazing to watch.
We got out in transition. I wouldn't necessarily say we're a transition team, but we got some athletes.
On the fast break, gets it to Medina. He scores and the foul. Nathan Medina in the and one. Cold-blooded.
Just as a sophomore, he's playing like a senior out there.
It happened right from the beginning. Like, we were hitting good shots, we were playing good.
Milovic, his three. Yes. Milovic going inside. His strong effort there. 11-5, 9-2 run. Aranda running it down.
When I stopped being, I just did my role, play defense, hit shots, just play.
To Aranda from the jumper. Perfect 17-footer.
We got out quick. Tyce had a couple of good pops where he led to swing threes.
Parrish Tillman finding Aranda. Aranda step back three. Bangs it home. Eagles on fire from three.
Somebody stop the young fella.
A 6-0 run. It's a 10-point game.
You know what? Like, we was playing as a team. Ball was moving. We were running hard in transition.
Sherman from the left.
Big thing for us is like if you're getting ball reversals.
Looking for some separation, finding Aranda.
Which means the defense has to go from guard and right. They have to close out to the left, and they have to transition back to guard on the right. Then you hit them on the ball screen. When we do that, like, we start cooking.
Parrish Tillman going inside, off balance and in.
This is some high-intensity basketball. Jeff
collects after losing it. It's fadeaway. Wow. Connor Gleason, a lot of acrobatic shots. Dixon to Capo. Capo trying to find space. His fadeaway, the bread and butter. The bread and butter. Casey Capo starts things off strong.
So good at that shot. It goes in almost every time.
You know, every time I let it go, I feel like it's going in. You know, definitely my go-to move. I try to get to it as often as I can.
We jumped out to, I think, a 15-point lead, and we were just going crazy at that point.
Esparza hits one. First trace of the day for Esparza.
Anytime you kind of get a lead in a game, you know, you get a lot of confidence. You get that feeling of, all right, we can do this. Let's go. Let's keep this going.
Added to Cassie. A couple of shakes stolen by Esparza.
I think Daniel's trying to throw a lob to me, too, and I don't know how that worked out.
The lob. Almost.
That kind of tells you the state that we were in at that time.
Capo looking for Esparza. He has him. Behind the back, Esparza, 17-footer. Puts it home.
Shifty from the young man.
Doing a move like that is really like, it's satisfying because all the work that you put in practice, it's so satisfying to know that all that work paid off. And, you know, dapping up your teammates like Nate, it's a really good feeling when you get to do something like that in a game, for sure.
The emotions there for Biola.
We were up by 13. They called timeout. Our dudes came to the huddle whooping. Like, Dan was like, we finna run these dudes. Like, we about to run them out the gym, whoop-de-whoop.
We were coming out of timeouts yelling, dapping everyone up.
And then I remember this timeout, or I don't know, that something happened that we went to the bench and we felt that we already won the game.
And then the guys, what I didn't like, the guys started celebrating like the game was over. They were jumping up and down, they were coming over, screaming, laughing, but like, game's not over.
And then I remember coach was like, man, we celebrating too early.
There was a time in the game where we got a lead. I think we got up by 12 or 14. It's easy to get a little overconfident if you get a big lead and the other team gets a little more desperate and they come out and play a little harder.
They, on the other side, they were serious. They were worried about what happened before.
Before you know it, they go on the run.
Up and in for Gallardo.
I wouldn't say that we relaxed and let up, but we definitely played a little bit looser, and then they just punched us right in the mouth.
Our defense kind of broke down a little bit. We started losing track of open threes.
Kicks it to the corner. Three-pointer. Got it. Luis Marin hanging on. And Concordia Irvine clinging here.
Our energy went down. We started missing some shots.
White the mid-range from the elbow, short. Milovic driving in with the left, too strong. Here's Esparza, a couple of stutter steps. His floater, too long. Parrish Tillman inside, trying to find something off the glass. Capo loses it, got it taken away. Concordia on the counter. The reverse layup in. Freddie Dybala coming off the bench. Biola scoreless in the last 3 minutes.
I think definitely our energy, we kind of peaked a little bit.
We can't get too high, we can't get too low, and we obviously got way too high.
I think that we showed a little bit of immaturity.
We just get too excited about the lead that we created and didn't maintain our consistency.
Maybe we were a little too up, I don't know, but we played well the first 10 minutes and then we didn't play as well the second 10 minutes.
I think about it like this, like everybody hard till you get socked in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk until somebody really check them.
Their big guys started going off.
Sanders going in. Great pass inside. Gallardo can't get it, but he gets the second effort.
Actually, we didn't really have an answer for him.
Gallardo scoops it up.
We didn't really take him serious because he was coming off the bench.
And an unexpected surge of effort from the Golden Eagles. 11-0 run in the last 4 minutes. Got the pass out the screen. Gallardo off the pick and roll. Looking for it and a foul. Then it's all tied here at 33.
Just coming from Gallardo, he just has free buckets every single time inside. There's been nobody that can stop him.
It was just hard because being out there, I want to kill them. I don't like them at all.
Esparza, 2 seconds. His three almost, and that'll be the half. 33-35, a big 13-0 run for Concordia Irvine.
And like Coach said, like we can't just limp out of the press. We gotta like attack it. Like Casey said, get to the middle. We just gotta go.
Right. We gotta move on the post touches. We're too stagnant. They're digging down.
Don't get tired.
Push the ball up the floor, see what you got. All right, move the ball. All right, we throw there's passes way out there on the post, ain't gonna work.
We're back from the second half here, 33-25.
In the second half of that game, came down to one-on-one defense.
Driving in against Medina, he gets a tough shot in. And Concordia is cooking. Milovic getting inside with 7, working hard. That's beautiful. Out to Cassie around the corner, uses his brawny effort there. 35-37. Capo, the bread and butter from Casey Capo. He loves that fadeaway. 37-all.
And their guards, Kobe Sanders and Gleason, were making plays. We couldn't guard them one-on-one.
Corner 3, bangs it home. Kobe Sanders.
They just keep pushing the entire game.
Gleason finding some room. That was spectacular. Step back 3, high, arcing 1, and he puts it in. Kobe Sanders. Add it to Cassie. Puts it in with the slam. Take it home, big man. Timeout called. Coach Holmquist. We just need someone to take over right now.
It was just frustrating watching us go down, and then we started to fight back.
Finding Medina, a perfect pocket pass.
Started to hit some shots down at the end.
Medina trying to find some space. Goes behind the back. Up and in. Oh, he's fired up. Medina's 3. He's got it. He's back within 5.
Is he going to be the guy today that steps up late in the game? I think so.
Under a minute to go. Time is running out. Eagles need a big hold. Spin move. Trying to get inside, and Capo going to get called on the foul, and he's pleading his case to the ref. I don't know how they're getting away with these. Out to Cassie to the line. Finds the bottom of the net. They have to go quick. Medina, long 3 there. He's got it! Nothing but net! 3-point game, and just as I said, Nathan Medina, it's all of a sudden a one-possession game, 69-72. Long three, he puts it in, an unreal dagger. This is where you dig deep as a player. Capo going inside to White. White's mid-range off the glass and in. Dead central three, that one's off iron. Court awareness from Esparza. Esparza going in, foul. Oh! Daniel Esparza! Oh my clutch!
Oh, you couldn't have asked for a better break if you're Biola.
And he's got it. So now what do you do?
It's tough to tell, Jeff. You know, it depends who gets the ball, but you might want to foul right away in this situation.
They foul Gleason and another couple of big shots. If he misses one, if he misses just one, there's still a chance.
One possession game.
And he left it short. 12 seconds. Timeout called. So here we go. Buckle up from Chase Gymnasium. 9.1. The Eagles are within striking reach. Who's it gonna go to? I have a feeling I know who.
I knew for sure they were going to go with Medina there. There was no question in mind. I don't think there's anybody in the gym that had a question about who was the ball going to go to.
With those last couple of seconds coming down, that timeout, we knew we had to get the ball to Nate. Nate's our best shooter, and we can always trust to go to him.
I would put the ball in Nate's hands in those last 3 seconds.
The negative to that was Concordia also knew who the ball was going to go to.
Yeah, I don't want to tell everybody what we do. I guess they know anyway that we're going to try to get him the ball. If we need a three, he's a clutch shooter. He likes to have the ball in key situations.
I know Nate kind of lives for those moments. He loves that, like, pressure.
Plenty of time to get a shot off. Here we go, strap on in.
White gets it to Medina with 8 seconds. Medina trying to find some space. He gets to his spot. 4 seconds. Step back. A long shot. Almost. And that was it. And the Eagles just fall short of this game.
It came off, it looked good, but ended up hitting backboard.
What a game, the best of the year for sure. And man, that would have been fun if that would have gone in.
Nathan Medina has 24 points. There was only so much he can do, and the stadium knew it was going to go to him.
Obviously, it was very devastating not to see the ball go through the rim. Very devastating. I definitely saw his shoulders drop, head dropped. He just went in the line, shook people's hands, went to the locker room. He didn't really talk to nobody.
I was definitely disappointed. I felt like I let my team down with that shot. Kind of walking back, I was like, dang, I missed it, but if I got that shot again, I would hit it.
It was just good defense by Concordia Irvine, simple as that.
I remember I never lost Concordia in my college career to that day.
It definitely hurt to lose that game, especially with all the fans there.
When you got a lot of fans here that are coming out, spending their time here to watch us and support us, I think that when we lose a game like that, it's definitely tough. You know, you want to get the W for them.
Yeah, losing in front of all your fans and stuff can be disappointing.
With Nate, like Nate ends up in that position to take that shot, but at the end of the day, like, we should have never been in that position as a team. We should have never been in that position as a team to put Nate in that position to have to take that shot.
He got a good look, he got the shot, but and he makes a high percentage of those that just didn't go in that night.
It was more like, dang, I really just lost to Concordia. Like, not wanting to lose to them.
He almost hit it. And with Nate, sometimes too, like, a dude like that, you just gotta let him go. You gotta live with some bad ones. But he does so much more good. Like I said, he's a gifted scorer, so you just live with it.
He has a lot of freedom because he's such a good shooter, and he has a lot of confidence he's going to make it.
But as a team, we should have never been in that situation in the first place. We lost a 13-point lead, so
It was a tough loss for sure, and I think it was a wake-up call for the Eagles to be like, okay, we got to get back into business, because if we're barely losing Concordia, what's going to happen against Hilo, Point Loma, Azusa Pacific? It's a question in mind that they should definitely have.
Losses are a part of any season. As a team, you want to, win as much as you can, but, speed bumps will come along the way, and Concordia was one of them.
And then we went back to our room, and he was pretty upset at himself for missing the shot.
Just missed. I think I missed it off the glass. It looked good, but I just shot a little too strong that it just bounced off, and I was pissed after. It was not a fun night.
I kind of told him, like, Jordan missed a ton of last-second shots, but he still kept shooting them. So Nate really liked that.
I remember he told me just to keep shooting, keep your head up. And knowing that he has my back not only on the court but off the court in every single situation. I know that if I get into something, he's there for me. And I know that if he gets into something, I'm going to be right there for him.
There's no need to replay that type of moment in your mind over and over. You just missed that one game winner, because a guy like Nathan Medina, he's going to get a second shot.
Yeah, we definitely have trust in Nate. Like, Nate's our shooter. And just because he missed that shot, it's not going to really affect our relationship with him or our trust with him. And I know if we give him another shot like that, he's going to make it.
We all have the utmost confidence in Nate's ability to score the basketball, like, without question.
We're always going to trust him, and we're always going to feed him the ball.
We all trust on him. Even if he missed that shot, we trust him again to, like, take it.
As Coach Holmquist always says, like, it's never like one play that defines the whole game or makes you lose the whole game. It's like a collection of plays. So Nate knows that, and the team knows that as well.
So I think just talking positively to myself and remembering all the work that I put in. A missed shot is a missed shot. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna come back the next day and just get more work in, get more shots up, and just remember the fundamentals.
Our team, I think we're just missing like just that one guy. And maybe like we have that guy here who's going to develop into that. Like, I think Tyus could possibly be a dude like that. Like, I think you see like his potential.
It was tough, like, not being able to play as many minutes as I wanted to, especially because I felt like I was playing pretty well, but apparently not. So as I look back on the film, I can definitely tell that my defense was terrible that game, and I was not really giving any effect to the team on offense as well. And so after that game, I kind of understood, like, okay, well, they did this for that reason, and I just need to step it up the next games.
We have to be very solid in playing team basketball and playing team defense. I'm critical on the guards, and like, I don't think Daniel defended at a high enough level down the stretch in that game.
From that loss, I definitely think that defensively, especially like in my spot, my position as a point guard, like, I could be doing a lot better on defense for sure.
I love Daniel. He's growing, but as a point guard, you wear that responsibility. We can't let other teams, their guards, get off on us one-on-one. You gotta take pride defensively.
Sometimes I feel a little guilty not being able to help him out this year, because I know sometimes in tough games, like, they need like a sub, and unfortunately I can't, give them a little breath, which sometimes I get kind of mad at myself for, even though it's a situation that I can't control. I owe them, at least putting in work on my own.
I'm much more than a basketball player. I think throughout my life, I've kind of found my identity in basketball, and it wasn't until I really realized my identity is in Christ and not in basketball. Our purpose on this earth is to know God and to glorify Him, and basketball is just one of the outlets that God has given me to do that. It is bigger than basketball in that the most important thing in our lives is Jesus.
We were just focused on getting back on our feet, going hard in practice the next day, and not forgetting about the loss, but moving on from it and learning from it.
We knew we had bounced back and that we'd come back stronger.
We have a solid team. We're going to be in every game, but it's going to come down to who's going to step up for us.
Yeah, Zeus, man, We got to go into a game like that with just an edge, you know, like kill or be killed type mindset. We owe it to ourselves and to our fans to go out there and really put on a show for everyone.